Join me for a spa day at home where I am going to use some trusted little things that I have in my arsenal to keep my body and my skin supple and hydrated and healthy, tight, and looking its best. You know, in my 20s and 30s, I really took a lot of pride in leaving my house not looking a disheveled hot mess. Maybe it's the Gen X generation that we took pride in that. And somehow along the way, I have lost myself in that, where I have become very comfortable in looking, how would I say, blah. I am getting tired of that actually. And I am slowly trying to change how I dress, not buying a lot of new stuff, using what I have in my closet, but using things that I have not put on in a long time. So putting on my boots with heels, right? Making sure that I have my hair done, putting on, nice blouses and sweaters that I haven't used in a long time. I think it's more of just wanting to feel comfortable all the time, especially when you get to your 50s. But I loved the way that I felt back then. And the crazy part is I had less time. I had little ones at home in my 20s and 30s. We were busy, like we were in the hustle of being a mom and my kids being in 1,001 activities. And I somehow had less time, but I found time to always look presentable and always feel good about myself. So today I'm spending this time to do that. And that is by starting of taking care of my skin. I have a few things that I started doing a couple of years ago and I stopped, but I am bringing it all back. And I will show you what all the products are. I will walk you through what products I'm using. So in case you want to use them at home, I will also link them for you in the description box below. But I wanted to do this quick video to show you kind of what my hair and my skincare routine is like, not just for my face, but my actual skin. Your skin is an organ. You have to take care of it. And over the years, I have been piling up so many things that aren't good for my skin. And I'm not going to get into the names of the products that I used to use, but it is something that I have been thinking about, especially when I started hormone replacement therapy. My hormone replacement therapy, my estradiol, my estrogen, is a gel. And I put that on my arm, like I put that on my skin. It gets absorbed into my body and it alters the symptoms and the effects of my loss of estrogen. And I thought, wait a minute, if that's medicine that's administered through my arm and is saving my life, what am I doing? What am I doing putting on all these things that aren't serving me? I don't even know what's in there. And so I started to really take a deeper dive into what I was using on my body. That put me in a place where I started to look at things that were more vegan friendly, had less ingredients, and were just good for my skin. Did they smell flowery and, all those things that we love? No, but my skin is healthy. It is tight. It is supple. And I love the texture of my skin by using these products. So I thought, why don't I share with you everything that I use and what my process is. So one of the things that I had started to do, and I've fallen off a little bit, but I want to get back into it, and it is called dry brushing. So it's exactly what it sounds like. It's dry brushing. You take this and you go in a circular motion on your body. It has to be dry, okay? And it's a form of exfoliation. And what you're doing is you're just getting rid of all those old cells and getting rid of all that old skin. So you're gonna do this all over your body. Be very gentle. Do not go really hard because you will scratch yourself. This brush is pretty hard. You do not put this underwater. It really is something that you use straight on your skin. And you, like I said, you just take it and you go in circular motions all around and you do it from your neck all the way down. Be very gentle in your more sensitive areas. You know your skin, you know what kind of pressure you're to put on. You really shouldn't be applying pressure. It really is just sitting on top of your skin and rolling. So this is an Osea dry brush. It came in a kit. This is the brand. This is a woman-owned brand out of California. It is vegan friendly, cruelty free. It is vegan, not vegan friendly. It is absolutely vegan. And they use natural ingredients from the earth. I love their oil. This is the Undaria algae body oil. But while I'm in the shower, I actually use their Himalayan sea salt. It's a Himalayan sea salt that you use, and it's a body scrub. So you put that all over your skin as you are showering. Let me get it for you. I will use this Salts of the Earth body scrub. This is what I use to exfoliate my body. I only have a little left. A little goes a long way. So I will be using this while I'm in the shower. Shouldn't take me long. I don't usually take hot showers unless I'm sick. I need it for the steam. I let the water run hot and I get in there when it's a little bit warmer. And then midway through my shower, I turn it on the cooler side. And I do that because you want that coolness to really absorb into your body. When you use too much heat, it really dehydrates you and it makes your skin actually drier. And then when you come out and you're rubbing your skin, imagine the dryness that you feel. So my process is I just pat myself dry. When I get done, I want to allow as much moisture and I want that to be kept in my skin, on my skin and in my body as much as possible. And then I come out and I do all of the other things. So I will walk you through what I am doing today. I am taking care of my face. I am going to do my hair. And we're just gonna have a beautiful, wonderful spa day. Of course, I will be dressed. I'm not going to show you all those things, but I will walk you through the products that I use and why I use them. All right, let's get to it. I just did a really quick gua sha routine, and the oil that I use is this Palmer's Cocoa Butter, and it's skin therapy oil for the face. I apply it generously because you don't want the gua sha to really pull and rub on your face really tightly. You just want to make sure it's nice and supple and it's able to glide on your face. I just did a really quick one, just lymphatic glands, and really just get some blood pumping into my face and get rid of some of this puffiness and swelling that I feel. So that is what I'm doing. I am now going to do some dry brushing. You have to go very gentle with this. You don't want to go too deep. You will get scratches. So, just go gentle. It's just getting rid of a lot of this dead skin that you have, especially in the back of my arm. I used to have what is referred to as chicken skin. I don't know the real medical term, but I used to have it really bad as a child and especially as a teenager. I still have a couple of spots, but this really, really helps. So I can't show you the rest, but we're gonna do the rest of my body. Yes, I just put oil on my face for my gua sha, but I am now going to use my skincare product. I have a whole video on my process for my skincare. I will link that in the description box for you below as well. But I am using my soap, and I never put my soap under water because a little bit goes a long way, and you really don't want to, go through your product like that. It's expensive, it's pricey, and you can still get the same effect by running your hands underwater and then rubbing the soap in between your hands. It saves your product, keeps it it lasts a lot longer, and that's what you want. This is not the kind of soap that lathers a lot. So if you expect that, don't. It will not. And it's time to shower. I am done with my body. I have put on the lotion and the oil, and you can see how soft, I don't know if you can tell, but it's very soft, and my hands just glide. The oil is not greasy, and that's what I love. You know, when you hear someone putting oil on their body, you think greasy, shiny. This is not it. So I finished my shower, pat it dry, and then I went in with this anti-aging body balm. You can tell I am down to nothing. What I do is I take this out and I scrape the sides because I'm using every ounce of this. I do need to replenish, but this is the lotion. It's the anti-aging body balm. Again, a little bit goes a long way. You don't have to use a lot because it is so refreshing and hydrating on your skin. Wonderful. Once I'm done with that, I then go in with the Undaria Algae Body Oil. When I tell you that this is the icing on the cake, this is the oil that I use. It lasts on your body for 24 hours. You will wake up tomorrow, work an entire day, come home, if you're going to take a shower, and you still feel the softness and you still smell it. It is natural. It doesn't conflict with any kind of perfumes or anything else that you will use. I absolutely love it. And you know what I love most is that it's not shiny or greasy and overwhelming. It's natural and soft and earthy. Chef's kiss when it comes to body oils. I can't recommend Osea enough. So again, Osea, this is not branded, but if you would like to make a connection here, I'm open to it. I really am. Okay, so I've used these products, again, vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, all that stuff, clean ingredients, women-owned business. I'm all for that, all right? Now we are going into my skincare. You guys saw that I used the soap. So a lot of you asked me in my comments, I'm 56 years old. Again, this is partly genetics. I am not going to take all the credit for this, but I do really take care of my skin. I use really good, plants-only product on my skin. It is pricey, but my skin is an organ, and I'm only going to get one chance at this thing, and I want to make sure that I preserve it. It's not healthy for me, right? Think about it. For you to exercise, eat healthy, drink a lot of water, but you don't really look at your skin as an organ and you're piling all of this crap on it. It has to be a holistic approach. Now, did I come to this idea overnight? No. My rude awakening was when I was put on HRT. HRT is hormone replacement therapy, and I am on estradiol, which is an estrogen gel that I apply to my arms. My arms, to help me with my brain fog, replenish estrogen that I've lost in my body due to postmenopause, help me with my heart, help me with my nervous system. What? And I am going to sit here and pile junk on my body? I don't think so. So I really started to look at what I use a little bit closer. Am I 100%? No. I still follow kind of that 80-20 rule, but I am really focused on making sure that I use products that serve me and that help my skin, in addition to doing all these other things that I'm doing. Eating healthy, eating whole, drinking a lot of water, not eating meat, right? All these things that I'm doing, I don't want that to be in vain by piling on products that just really don't help me and go into my bloodstream. Your skin is an organ. Whatever you put on your body goes into your bloodstream. Think about that. All right, so I am using my plants-only facial product. I have a whole video, like I said, I will link it in the description box, but I am using this spot treatment. I have suffered from melasma, and that is why I went to this product. Again, a whole story in the video. You can go there for all the details. You don't need a lot of this. This is a spot treatment, exactly how it sounds. You need maybe a dime size amount. And I apply this every night. I'm doing it now because I want to do a full face and a full body spa day for you. and for me. So as you can see, I am still suffering from acne. I have a couple spots here. Those are just stress and life. Nothing is perfect, and I'm okay with that. But as a 56-year-old, do I really need to be suffering from acne still? I don't think so, but I am. So I use this product on the areas if I get any breakouts. My melasma was here. So I had all of this was dark from here to here. Yeah, it was horrible. And then I had a really big patch here, and I had started to get another one here. As you can see, the ones on my cheeks are completely gone. And that is due to this product. I also wear sunscreen every single day. I do not leave this house without sunscreen. Even if I'm staying home, I still use sunscreen. We have artificial lights in the house. Your skin needs to be protected. So I always use sunscreen on my face. I go in with the spot treatment. You want to kind of let this settle into your face for a few seconds. You will see some redness, and that's because it's just pulling the blood to the surface of the skin and it's circulating all of that. I love this. I call this Botox in a bottle. Now, these two products that I personally use are the more advanced, right? You want to start with the beginner's versions. So that would be the spot treatment, and I'll link those for you below as well. I'll link all these products for you. And then here is my serum. Now, this is a full face product. So again, you want to be generous. We are currently having a 30% discount on products. So if you want that, these products are pricey, not going to lie, but my skin is worth it. And after all the damage and sun damage that I have caused to my skin over the years, and suffering from acne for 42 years and ongoing, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with using high-end product that serves my face in the long run. So that is my face treatment. That is it. That is what I use on my face. These three products. I use the soap before I go in the shower. I jump in the shower, take it off, come back out, and I use my spot treatment and then my serum all over my face, on my neck. I do not let any of it go to waste. Like I said, it's very pricey, but to me, worth it. I have tried a million products for both my acne and my melasma, and nothing has healed my skin like this. Nothing. Yes. All right. So next thing is my hair. This is a journey. Doing my hair, getting it cut into a pixie, finding a stylist, learning how to style my hair, learning how to take care of it. Short hair is easier, I will say. It's a lot less maintenance long term, like, you know, during the week. But my hair is very thick, extremely thick, has a lot of texture and a lot of volume, and it's a little coarse. So in order for me to get that really soft, flat, flowy look, I have to mold it. I learned about molding hair last year. For the first time, I went to a Black-owned women's salon, and it changed my life forever. I had no idea what she was doing. I had never had my hair molded in my entire life. So if you're a Latina and you have a pixie cut and you want kind of that, you know, flexible, flat, soft look, this is how you do it. So I am using Nairobi. This is foaming lotion. Again, I'm not an expert. These are things that I am learning as I'm going. My hair is extremely long right now for me. I need a haircut. It's been 6 weeks since I've gotten my hair cut. That's how life has been crazy. So what you want to do is you really want to make sure your hair is wet. That's the first thing. You do want to make sure that your hair is pretty wet when you start to mold it. It will start dripping, but that's okay. So I brought this little bottle. Again, I will link all of this for you in the description box, but this I got on Amazon. Super easy, and I love that you can spray it, and it has like this long extended spray feature to it. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyhow, it's soft. It doesn't splatter all over the place, and has a nice mist. Love it. Okay, I have several of these, by the way, because when my daughters come and they stay here, they take all my stuff. So I buy extras so they don't take my stuff. All right. Now, what you want to do is, and I'm dripping, but you can tell my hair is very, I don't know if you can see it, but I have all these ends that are sticking up. When I tell you my hair is driving me crazy right now, it's driving me crazy. So you just want to basically mold it in the same way. You want to comb it in the same way that you are going to mold it. I am by no means an expert. I am showing you what I do to my hair. If you have any tips, if you can provide me with anything that will help me as you watch me do this and probably cringe, I apologize. You know, I'm learning and I do this once a week. So I've gotten to the point where I wash my hair once a week. When my hair is short, when I first get it cut, I do have to wash it more often because the shorter my hair, the spikier it gets. So I have to use more product and it just sits heavy on my head. So I have to wash it twice a week versus once a week. But here we are, enough rambling. I take this foaming lotion. I have no real way of putting it on. I just put it on the palm of my hand and begin to form my hair. This is the molding part of the process. So the foaming lotion allows you to mold your hair where you want it once it dries, okay? This is the longest part. I don't have to really worry about my hair the rest of the week. I had no idea. I didn't know. I went from long hair my entire life, blow drying it every day, not every day, but touching it up just about every day. And knowing that it was going to stay in its place, to a pixie cut that I had no idea how to style. Okay, and I have gone through quite a bit of stylists as well, trying to figure out, you know, what style I really like, because although it's a pixie, there are different cuts and different ways and techniques. And I've tried 8 in total in the last year and a half. And I think I found the one. You know, I pulled away from her for a little bit because I wasn't overly thrilled with one of the haircuts that she gave me. So that's what started me on the journey of trying different salons. And that's what led me to a African American salon, a black salon. That's where I found out about this molding. So, you know, everything, all of them have their little things, their little techniques and little ways of doing hair that I've learned and I have taken with me over this last year. And I never thought that I would be here. I never thought that I would be so open and comfortable with people putting scissors and, you know, blades to my hair. But here I am. What's the worst that can happen? They have to shave it? Okay. I no longer have fear about my hair. Somebody messing it up, someone cutting it too short or not doing exactly what I want. Those days are over for me. I remember being so overly obsessed with that. Too much energy. That was a lot of energy, time, and emotion that I wasted on that. So, all right. This is basically where I want it. I'm going to take my little trusted mirror here and I'm just going to take a quick look to make sure that the back looks how I want it, especially my sides. So I will show you here what it looks like from behind, right? So I want to make sure that the back is exactly where I want it. And then you want to wrap it. So this is the wrap. These are the wrapping sheets, the strips that I use. These are Mega wrap strips. Who makes them? Sanic. I will link it. And I use the really wide ones. You have to go pretty fast with this. You don't want the molding, the foaming lotion to dry or for your hair to start to lift. So you have to move pretty quickly. And I'm talking, so I'm not moving as fast as I normally would. And if it starts to lift anywhere, just add more foaming lotion on to flatten it out. Okay? if you're new to this, there are videos out there. There's so many people that you can watch that, you know, style their pixies by molding them. But molding is the way to go. I don't know where it's been for my first half of my pixie life, but it's here and I'm glad I found it. Okay. You want it? I use the really wide strips. And I probably use too many, right? But again, I am learning and I look a little crazy. I will look a little crazy. And I am okay with that. You know why? Because I'm home. And because I am learning as I'm going. I have no shame in that. So just bear with me. And some of you, again, like I said, are probably cringing, thinking, what in the heck is she doing? Why is she using so many strips? Don't judge. Please don't judge me. Let me live. I'm having my spa day. Don't come ruining my spa day. Okay? Don't do it. Oops, did it rip? No. All right. So you just want to keep going around. Again, I probably use too many, but who cares? Who cares? I want to make sure that I have everything nice and flat because my hair has to last me all week. Okay? Your girl sleeps wild and my hair just needs to lay a certain way. All right, that's it. This is how I've wrapped it. You notice that everything is nice and flat. It's in its place. And I am ready to sit under the dryer. So come with me while I sit under my bonnet. Here is my bonnet. It is a Glow by Day bonnet. I will link everything for you. And it comes in this little pouch. I've taken it with me on my travels. It's easy. It doesn't take up any space. It's lightweight. And I hook it to the end of here. I sit under it for 40 minutes or so. And my hair is completely dry, and you'll see what it looks like when I'm done. Here's what it looks like before I start. I already have it tied in the bottom. This piece goes under your chin so the thing doesn't fly off your head. It's convenient, it's lightweight, it does the work that I need it to. It works. People, don't judge me. I know this looks crazy, but trust me on this. You tighten it up from here. You have the chin strap under here, and when you turn it on, there you have it. There's my bonnet. 40 minutes, and then I'll show you what it looks like. I am all done. I actually spent 45 minutes under the dryer. So I'm going to take this off and show you what it looks like when it's all done. There it is. Now I just need to style it a little bit and I'm good to go, but let me show you the back. I know, it looks a little crazy. It doesn't look perfect, but again, I'm learning, so let's style it up a little bit. I'm using a 1/2 inch flat iron. I have it set to 370 degrees, and I'm just going to go through here a little bit, but it is 100% dry. I love it. In the meantime, while that warms up, I'm going to go change real quick, get myself ready. I need to do a couple of things, but be right back. All right, this is nice and warm. I am going to go in with this comb. I forget what they're called, but I like the ones with the metal ends because this is really hot. I'm afraid if I use the wooden ones that I am going to burn it. So what I do is I just go in here with the flat iron and I give it a little bit of lift, a little bit of texture, not much, because I need for it to stay as flat as possible for as long as possible. Again, the molding is what keeps my hair how I want it throughout the week. Even through my workouts, my walks, all of it. Oops. I like this comb because you can lift. I have burnt my fingers. I've tried to do this without a comb. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. You will burn yourself. You will. How do I know? Yeah, because I've done it a few times. Again, I'm just going in here and just lifting up my hair. The molding, while it may look hard and rigid and crunchy, it's not. It's very moldable. It's extremely soft. And you can basically move your hair however way you want. So that's why it's important for you when you're going to go mold it, that you put it in the direction, at least, that you will eventually style it in once it's all dry. And you can see I am lifting it. I could do more. I just don't want to do that right now. I like it. This is the way I like my hair to be after I mold it. Have I done it and gone straight to sleep? Yes. Do I recommend that? No. Let me fix this a little bit because I feel like you're a little bit too low. Oops. All right. Filming problems here. I'm not a pro. I'm an amateur. I have no shame. I just wanted to bring you guys my process. I don't know why I just did that. And then what you can do, if there's an area that you've done, like I just did, that you've kind of lifted up too much, you can go in with the side of the flat iron and you can bring that down. So that's another thing I learned in one of the YouTube videos. This platform is for taking and giving. That's what I love most about it. You learn so much. It's YouTube Academy for sure. Have a problem? Just YouTube it. Someone out there has created a video. That is why I always say it's never too late. If you have something that you can share, that you do, that you know someone else can gain benefit from. Here's another idea. If you've gone to look for something on YouTube and you can't find it, it's not there, that's an idea for you to create a channel yourself. That's a little plug there. All right. This is it for now. I'm not going to do much else to it. Like I said, I wanted to make sure that I added just a little bit of texture to it. Just a little bit of volume, but still keeping it straight and flat the way I like it. A flat iron is a really good tool, and it's an essential tool, I think, when you have a pixie. It is important for you to have a good flat iron for you to do these little things and for your touch-ups. Blow drying my hair when it's short, it's okay, but it does create a little bit more volume than I care for. Alrighty, that is it for now. I'm not going to do much more. And then what I do is I go in with a little bit of this BioSilk. You can buy hair oil. I did buy hair oil from the salon, the very first salon that I had gone to that molded my hair. It's just too heavy. I have found that it's too heavy for my hair. It weighs it down and it leaves this kind of residue. This is BioSilk. When I had my hair long, I used to go to a really good family friend of ours. I went to her for over 20 years. She did my hair, she did my girls' hair for all of our weddings, quinceañeras, all of our events. And she used to put this in our hair once she blow dried it. So I went and I bought a bottle like this. I bought this at Marshall's. You can see it there. And I just love it. It smells good. It's light. It gives it the right amount of shine for me personally. And I have found that oil is good for your hair. I don't really use it on the day that I blow dry it or the day that I mold it. But just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you it's such a small amount. It's the size of a pea. And you just take it and you slide it around your hair to give it a little bit of shine. Like I said, it's super light and it smells really good. You can buy this on Amazon. I'll link it I'll link it just so you have it, just so you know the name of it. I'll link it below on my, I'll do an Amazon link. I can't speak. And you guys can, if you can find it at Marshall's, then get it. Listen, wherever you can find it the cheapest. I'll just link it below so you have the information of which one it is and how I use it. This one is giving me a hard time right here. And then I go in with this Redken spray wax. This stuff, I've had it for several months. Like I had it for almost a year, I guess. I had it when I started really using this religiously. It was down here under my sink for about 5 months and I never used it again because I was trying to stay away from using a lot of product. But this right here, ever since my daughter's wedding, I've been using it. The stylist used it in my hair and I loved what it did. It's not pomade, it's not very thick or heavy. And it really just lets me manipulate my hair and keep it there, especially for flyaways. This is amazing for flyaways. You can do some spots like this, or you can spray it like hairspray, and it just adds a little bit of kind of texture so you can move your hair around and flatten out the flyaways. I love it. I really do. I have learned to love it. It's pricey. I will link it below if you can find it cheaper. I got this one at Ulta. And I forgot how much I paid for it because it was last year. But I will link everything for you below, including the comb, everything that I do. This is pretty much my spa day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. I feel refreshed. I feel clean. Just in this headspace, knowing that I've done something for me and I've taken time out to make myself feel good, you know, under the clothing, under everything else, I am taking care of me, and I want you to take care of you too. I want you to focus on you and give yourself a spa day with whatever things you have at home. Take the time, take an extra 15-30 minutes to just sit with you. All right, that is all that I have for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And until the next one, adios.